flexing on these niggas. Mind games about that action, go Heath Ledger on these niggas. I put pressure on these niggas, disrespectful on these niggas. Eat these pussy ass rappers, I go lecture on these niggas.
I want lots of commas. 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 I want lots of commas.
Big chain on my neck, see me in that Lambo. I just want that check, cut that shit like Rambo. Every time you see me, I'm on TV or the damn tool. Pop up like a genie, acting greedy, I'm a damn fool.
I want lots of commas. 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 I want lots of fitty. Help me, Rhonda. Get my pockets heavy. On the block with love.
What's up, everybody? This is Rise TV, and we over here talking to Co-Dean today. Co-Dean, you looking kind of tired. What you been up to?
Okay. Staying motivated, but I don't really get much chance to go to sleep. But working all throughout the day and recording all night. And do graphics and then the videos and then phone calls and all that bullshit. So yeah, don't get a chance to really rest.
Okay, well, as always, we want to keep the people up to date with you. So tell me, what's music to you?
What's music to me?
Yes.
I don't know. For me, it's more like, I guess if I had to put in one word, I'd say necessary. It's a way of living. Like, I could not live without music. Like, I just couldn't. I guess it's a way of putting emotion to sound. That's the best way you can describe music.
Okay, well, what made you want to start rapping?
I don't know, man. It was crazy. What happened was I was like trying to manage people and do all this other stuff while I was doing the movie thing. I remember the first rhyme I ever wrote. I was like 11. I was listening to C Murder, and it was the TRU CD at my uncle's house, and he must have found my words or whatever. He was like, man, you don't know what the fuck you doing. It's like all this damn cussing and shit, like all you doing is cussing. So when I first started doing music, I hardly ever cuss. Now I try to shy away from it. I'm not one of those one-dimensional people that just have to use certain words. So, but yeah, I started rapping because it's easy. Be real with you. People was like seeing me freestyle or whatnot. They was like, man, you should try to drop a mixtape. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I don't want to fucking rap. What kind of shit is that? I make movies. So.
Well, who would you say is your biggest influence in the industry?
I don't know. If I had to pick one, it would have to be 50 Cent. Okay. Because, like, right around the time when I started really falling in love with music, like, I liked music before, whatever, and I was really, really loving No Limit and all sorts of stuff, but when I started to see it as a way, I mean, something that I could actually try, it was listening to Get Rich or Die Trying, and as far as lyrically, like, what made me fall in love with lyrics was Chameleon, like his underground shit. I know a lot of people don't really listen to that. All they know is Ride Dirty, so I listen to all of it. Like, I've been listening to Cooper since like 2000, 2001. So that's my biggest influence. A lot of people can hear that in my records or whatever. Just with 50, I would just identify with him. Like, a lot of things he went through, I went through. And basically the way he think and his whole business mind state and that guerrilla mentality, I got that too.
Okay. Now, I have to say, your new song, Lots of Commas, is really starting to take off. What inspired that song?
I think I got to a point where I'm just like, man, everything on this new CD is just like me. And that's the way I record. Like, I approach a song like I want to just drop whatever I feel at the time. So Lots of Commas was just something that just made me, like, I didn't want to do typical club joints, make a song about strippers and twerking and shit like that. So I was like, fuck it. Let me talk about this money I'm trying to get every day, all day. I want lots of commas. And when I heard the beat, it was just like, it's perfect. I want lots of commas, bitch, ain't on my neck. Yeah, see me in that Lambo. I just wanted to do something that was hype, it was more live, so. People like it though. I went to perform it the first time, people loved it, so we're gonna ride that bitch out.
And what's something you would say that you want people to know about you?
You talking about like fans or people that listen to my music?
Yeah, fans. I mean, we see you, but we may not really fully know you. What's something that we don't know that you want people to know about you?
I'm a geek. Like anything that's like when I was 11, I started programming and taking apart computers and shit. So like anything I don't know, I force myself to sit there and learn it until I know it. So that's how I am with a lot of things. That's why I feel like through knowledge you can do all things.
So you're a smart guy.
Something like that. I like to think so. If you listen to my lyrics, that's why a lot of this shit goes over people's heads. Is like when they hear something like, I don't fuck with that shit. But I refuse to dumb down my lyrics. I'm not gonna do that for nobody. You know, I might say a line that might be like, you know, some dumbed down shit, but as a whole, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Now, just speaking from your fans, we don't understand. Why aren't you signed as an artist? After listening to TP3, you sound so seasoned. I mean, why hasn't the industry seen you yet?
I used to struggle with that, man. Like, I used to look at it like, you know, I'm hot, I got these songs, you know, people hear them, they love them. I remember when I dropped the This Is Rise mixtape, that was my first time actually seeing people really flock to something. And, like every car that was driving past, that someone was playing my shit. So it was just like, it's cool. So I kept working. I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be the mixtape to do it. This is gonna be the mixtape to do it. But in all actuality, the idea that I had about the industry is not real. It's like the days of having a hot song and, you know, that hot song just gonna make it to radio just because it's hot. It just don't exist no more. Like now it's all about paying the DJs, paying the radio stations, putting together packages. Like we talking about racks on racks just for one song. And then also it's just one of the things where, first of all, I come out of an area where nobody's ever made it before. People don't really dream. They don't really look outside the box around here. They don't really think. They don't really put themselves on the level of an artist that already made it. So, in my opinion, you will never make it that way. That's almost like, I don't know, Kobe Bryant saying, you know what, I'm never gonna be good enough to make it to the NBA. I just like hooping in the streets. I don't even want to try the NBA shit. Nah, fuck that. You got to go at it. You got to go hard about it. And also another thing too is like, you don't know one single artist that's ever made it in the industry solo. Like to just put out all their music and just like, you know what, we gonna get it. I'm gonna get it by myself. Nah, that shit don't happen. You need a team, you need a unit. Nobody, it's almost like a machine. You can look at a car, for example. Take a car. That car won't run without tires. That car won't run without an engine. That car won't run without gas. That car won't run without a lot of things. So it won't run without a battery, alternator, something, you know what I'm saying? people don't want to play their position to make this whole unit work. They don't want to, you know, ride back seat today and ride front seat tomorrow. They don't want to, you know, get out and push this motherfucker if we have to while somebody work the steering wheel. They don't want to do that groundwork, you know what I'm saying? They're not seeing the bigger picture, and I think that's the reason why. I'm not here to really blame other people for my failures, I guess, if you could put it like that, but it's very, very hard for one man to make it, especially if that one man ain't rich.
Very true. Now, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but just to get into depth a little bit more, what are your views on the current state of hip hop and rap, and how do you plan on adding new insights to the business?
I mean, I love what certain artists are doing. Like, I love what Kendrick did. Like, that shit was just, that was very much needed. I love what Kevin Gates is bringing to the table. He's bringing that realness, and I don't mean like just being street, just being hood, just being gangster, none of that shit. He's bringing that realness to where it's like you believe what he's saying. You know, he might talk about, you know, his feelings towards a broad that he want to put his hands on. Any dude that's been in love or in a relationship or argued felt that. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying that you went and did that, but you felt it before. It's a bunch of different artists out there that I feel are dope. It's like, for example, I like some of Future stuff, but it's like, as far as him saying you need to dumb down lyrics or you need to sound retarded and all that shit, like, I'm not with that shit. Like, I just don't believe in that. I fuck with T.I., I fuck with a lot of different artists, and my opinion on the state of the game right now is just, I don't know, it's like, I just think people have lost respect for it.
Okay. Now, we all can see that you stand apart. You, in your own words, what would you say that you have to offer that these other rappers can't?
I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make the song great. Whether it's sing the hook, change my voice, super creative. I feel like nobody else sounds like me. I feel like nobody else really has my style. And also, I feel like in this area, we got some of the best artists I ever heard, ever. You just ain't listen, you ain't hearing them nowhere because they have no grind about themselves. So I feel like what you will hear in my music is something from them, something from me. You're gonna get realness, you're gonna get shit that make you think, all that stuff. So yeah, that's the way I look at it.
Now, where would you say you see your music career at in the next 5 years?
I don't know, man. Hopefully I have some better distribution situation. Like, I'm not one of them people that, like, I'm focused on getting money and all that good shit. And I want to get rich, all that, but I just want to live comfortably off this. That's all, man. Like, I can't really ask for much, for real. I just want people to love what they hear, and I want to touch people with my music.
Now, nowadays, music is pretty different. Do you feel like today's artists should be as big or popular as they are based off of talent? And give an example.
No. Like, a lot of them, like Schoolboy Q, to me, is alright. You know, he did whatever he had to do to get where he's at. I respect that, I like it. You have rappers like Eminem that's just constantly working on his craft. Like, his pen is ridiculous. You got rappers like Kendrick, J. Cole, all of them that's doing it the right way. But then you also have rappers like Lil B. I don't even want to mention that bitch. Like, then you have rappers like I don't know, a lot of these rappers is coming out and putting out mixtapes like a Chief Keef or something. Like Chief Keef got Love Salsa, he had Don't Like It. Then ever since then, I haven't heard none that I really fuck with. It's like they putting out mixtape after mixtape, and it's just getting watered down and worse and worse. And that's just not what I feel the industry needs. You need competition. You need somebody that actually wants to be better than the next man.
Well, speaking on competition, who would you say is your competition?
My competition is my area. My competition is being heard. I feel like my competition is artists like Kevin Gates, you know, artists that's coming up and that's there. I don't really feel like I have any real local competition, for real. And that's not to sound cocky or arrogant or whatever. I just don't think the same. I don't rap the same. I'm not in the same lane as a lot of dudes that's around here. I think my biggest competition is my mentality being so different than the people that are around me. That's what I compete with day in and day out.
Now, we've heard you speak on lyrics. Who would you say is the best lyricist in music today?
Eminem. Hands down, no question about it. Eminem. And I mean, you gotta throw Kendrick in there. I love Chameleonaires, wordplay. Got a few others, but man, Eminem. Gotta give it to him.
Now, compared to a lot of these people that do have it come easy and don't really deserve it, what would you say is your main goal in the industry? I mean, what's the purpose of you going hard?
It's a good ass question. I don't know, man. I guess it's like when, the best way I can put it is when Michael Jordan won the championship in '91. And he was crying over the trophy and all sort of stuff. They asked him why or whatever. He was like, I just wanted it so bad. I wanted it so bad. And that's what I think about too. It's like every day I feel like I'm being pushed on or knocked down, or I'm swimming upstream and nobody understands, and I just want to matter. I want to be remembered. I want to hit the stage. Like, I feel so great on stage. I want to go places. I want to do things. I want to provide. But after the music is done, I want to be able to do my first love. I want to be able to make movies and shit. That's basically it.
And with this being something that you want to get into, if there's one thing that you can change pertaining hip hop, what would it be?
I would, like if I was like to ask God for something. That's what you're asking me?
Yeah, if there's one thing, it was all in your hands that you can change in hip hop,
Okay.
what would it be?
I remember walking around every day with CD cases and not having one single burned CD in them. I would take it back to the days where, you know, you heard that new Cash Money was coming out, that new Juvenile, or Big Tom was finna drop a CD on this date. You couldn't wait to leave school to go to Camelot or Disc Jockey or whatever to go get it. I would change back this whole notion that music is supposed to be free. I don't know when they started to feel that way or whatever, but they don't realize how much work, how much time artists will put into that, how much he paid for the beat, how much he paid to get for the studio time, how much he paid to get it mixed, how long he sat there and wrote those verses, how long he thought about the song, how much he paid for the video, all this other shit. They think people do that shit just to be having fun when that's not what it is. And that's why I wish people would get back to, like, I don't understand what happened with this whole mixtape era. I understand that mixtapes was a way to get you somewhere and all that, but at the same time, like, music shouldn't be free all the time. Back then, mixtapes was about rapping over somebody else's beat, which I still do. But it's like now they putting these albums together and calling them mixtapes just so they can scavenge and get a little bit of show money or whatever. And to me, that's not what the game should be like.
That's what's up. Not too many people respect that grind anymore.
No.
Now, if you could work with any artist, who would it be?
Industry artists. That's hard. Any artist. If I can work with any artist, it would be. You asked me about rap or any artist, period.
Any artist, or you could give us both.
I would work with Mary J. Blige, and I think it's only because I think we would really, really mesh well together on the track. And I want a great R&B diva, and I like her message. If I could work with any rapper, it would probably be 50 Cent or Jeezy or somebody like that. Like somebody that I feel like understands where a nigga coming from, or we have the same type of mentality about a lot of different things. So yeah.
Okay, now hearing this coming from you, what's the best line you've ever heard in a song?
Best line. All right. I would have to say, my every move was a calculated step to bring me closer to embracing early death. Now there's nothing left. I said, they had no mercy on the streets. I couldn't rest. I'm barely standing, about to go to pieces, screaming peace. Although my soul was deleted, I couldn't see it. I had a mind full of demons trying to break free. They planted seeds and they had sparking the flame inside my brain like a match, such a dirty game. No misery, just a memory. No memory, just a misery. Painting a picture of my enemies killing me in my sleep. Will I survive to the morning to see the sun? Please, Lord, forgive me for my sins, cause here I come. Instead of instead of Tupac, so many tears. That shit was so hard to me.
Yeah.
Like the way he poetically, artistically painted that picture, man, that was just so dope. And I can relate, so yeah.
Okay, well, we talk about the music a lot and what you do, but what are some things you enjoy doing that doesn't pertain to music?
I'm a big kid. Like, let me see what I like. I like going to amusement parks. I really enjoy that. Like, I like playing sports, basketball. I like going to the movies, man. Like, I have a deep passion for movies, like you just don't understand. Like, I'm writing one right now, but we'll talk about that some other time. I like going to the movies. I like escaping. I like shit like going to like trampoline parks and stuff like that, like just like outdoor stuff. And I like to travel, so. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, you have a lot of fans, all age ranges. What advice would you give to the youth who want to work in music?
What advice? First of all, be yourself. Second of all, because you got so many different artists like Drake and, Kanye, where they're not trying to be tough guys. Like, they don't have to be from the streets. They don't have to be somebody that's talking about, I got a break here and I did this, that, and other. And like my nigga 50 said, if you glorifying that shit, a lot of times, 99.9% of the time, you fake. You know what I'm saying? If you touch on and say, okay, this is what I used to do, or this is what I did. But if you got every track like OJ the Juice or something, where you talking about bricks here and fish scale this and that, come on, man. Like, you gotta be more than that as an artist. I feel like the first thing you can do coming up is just try to be a student of it. Like you have to look at all the greats and see why they made it, why they did this, that, and other, why they moved, and you know, what made them so unique. And you have to find your niche. Like, just be yourself. Don't care about what people think.
Okay, now every artist works differently, but in your own opinion, what's more important, the beat or the lyrics, and why?
I say both, but if I had to pick one, I would say lyrics. Because to me, a beat can only do so much. Like, if a person sat around listening to instrumentals all day, they would probably be like, okay, this is nice or whatever, but it can only go so far. Now, if a person was sitting around listening to poetry or somebody, that was really, really dope with their craft that can make you think and all this other stuff, with no beat, you would feel something more from the words than you would from just the beat. So I would say lyrics. Like, you can't be walking around here, just saying, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I'm just going to fit in. That ain't the way I rock.
Well, just speaking on the song as a whole, what would you say is the most difficult thing about putting a track together?
For me, well, I changed up my voice so much, so in the beginning it's the part where you, I try maybe, like I spit like 4 or 5 bars, 4 to 6 bars one way, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that. I spit different voice, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that, until I find a voice that I want to go with for the track. But the most difficult part to me is like when I have to sing the hooks. I'm not a singer like at all. So when I have to sing the hooks and try to make the track sound right and all this other shit, it's that point where you gotta keep doing takes because your voice just don't sound right, or it keep cracking or something like that. So that's the most difficult part for me. The verses are simple. I write verses in 10, 15 minutes like it's nothing.
Okay. Now, what would you say has changed about your music since the first time you recorded?
My voice. When I first used to record, my voice sounded real high pitched because I was just so focused on reading. Like I didn't realize, like I didn't know how to rap. I just knew how to read. Didn't know how to come off of it or say something like, we some dog ass niggas, straight PB mentality. Got bitches with the jelly that can burn you like a calorie. Like ride a beat right, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or switch it up and say some shit like, money the root of everything. Gotta take the evil with it. I never change, so what? I slang long as my people get it. I'm slanging CDs and drugs, giving hugs. I won't ever lose respect or lose love from beefs and thugs, cause we get it. Like just to switch up and that type of staccato flow, like that's what's changed for the most part. I feel like I'm a better songwriter. I've always been the one to make my verses fit the song, or be creative or whatever. But now I'm just way more comfortable. Like it's nothing to go in there and drop like 7, 8 tracks in a day. Like that's not hard at all. It's just what's hard about it is to try to make your next track better than your last. That's what's difficult.
Now, speaking on the first time you recorded, do you remember what the first song is that you've ever recorded?
Yes, I do. It was over the Young Jeezy Air Forces beat. I wish I remember that flow, but it was funny because I had a tripod and I had one of them old Kodak cameras, and like I would take the sound off the track and I put on earphones or whatever and record like a regular studio, and then I take the sound from the track and lay it up under the beat, and I had to take the whole track and then lay it under the beat and try to mix it to where it sounded right and whatnot. So yeah, it was to that Jeezy Air Forces. Couldn't walk a mile off in my Air Jordans. It was different.
All right, now we've talked about people in the industry. Who would you say no to if they reached out for a collaboration, and why?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That list it's probably pretty long. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not in it for the money per se. You know, of course I want to make money, but at the same time, if I feel like I gotta sell my soul to get some money, no, I'm not finna do that. I never been that type. I'd rather be broke and be myself than to be rich and be phony than a motherfucker. I don't move like that. Goddamn mosquito just bit me. But anyway, the first person I would say, if he reached out and tried to do a track with me, and I say no, it would be Rick Ross. I believe dude is a straight up fraud, and I just get sick to my stomach hearing his ass on the track. Another one would be Lil B, Garbage. Just for the simple fact that he's A1 trash, man. Who else in the industry would I not do a song with? Man, it's a lot of bum ass niggas out there. I mean, anybody that I feel is just whack. Like I'm not really a fan of Rich Homie Quan, so I would probably tell him, I don't know, cause you have to really be coming with something like, cause if I can't feel it or if I don't like it like that, like I can't record that shit. I just can't. And I've tried to work with niggas I don't really fuck with, and it just don't come out right. It'll make me hate the fucking track.
Okay. Now, as many fans as you have, not everybody likes you. Not everybody will. So how do you handle negative feedback?
I mean, if it's just pertaining to music, it's not being disrespectful. I don't give a shit. That's one thing about me, man. When I started out, I got so much bad criticism that this shit don't mean nothing to me. As far as what people think, I don't do it for them. It's like I have my own partner, my closest dog, tell me, "Oh man, that fucking nigga song trash. That's the wackest shit you ever made." Da, da, da. But every other person that heard it was just like, "Man, when you gonna drop that shit?" And I still haven't dropped it to this day because it's so different, it's so unique, and my voice sounds different. As far as people on the internet or people that's out or whatever, man, 9 times out of 10, I just look at them like, dog, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I look at the artists that they gravitate towards. Like I heard a nigga that was really, really loving the Booty Me Down nigga and really, really loving Soulja Boy and all that shit try to tell me that my music ain't good. I'm like, I'm glad you think it ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a compliment coming from you. So, yeah, that don't bother me at all. Not even a little bit.
Okay. Well, earlier you did mention something about a movie. Everybody wants to know what's next for you. What's next for Co-Dean?
Man, I just dropped a TP3 mixtape 3 months ago, so that's still fresh out here. I'm gonna hit the streets, man. Hit this interstate. I'm trying to build my team back up, man. Thing is, look, this is the reason why I can't keep a team together. And I know a lot of people like, oh, well, this person was in Ape Squad, now they ain't, and you all by yourself, and da-da-da-da. We got members still. Only problem is nobody, not one of them, are willing to work as much as me. Nobody's willing to work as hard. Nobody's willing to work half as hard. So, and I feel like nobody really wants this shit. It's like their whole mentality is to, fit in or be a follower or I don't feel like it right now. Like that type of shit. It's niggas that would rather sit around all day and smoke all day than to get out here and get money. Like, so you'd rather consume the green than to get the green. Like, that makes no sense to me. And I found myself at a point where I was carrying niggas and it just wasn't working out. But hopefully, like, niggas done got older. I still love them niggas to death. Like I would go to war for them. But at the same time, it's just not, they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And I need somebody on my team that really wants it.
All right.
Camera's still rolling.
Yeah. Then you gonna let me give no outro?
Oh,
I'm gonna give you a little outro.
okay. Oh, and what I'm working on also is I got this movie I'm working on called Cutie Pie. It's about a man, a single father, raising a genius daughter. It's dope. And I'm working on this concrete project. It's strictly for the streets. It's strictly for mixtapes. I'm putting it on that Piff for free and all that. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
All right. Well, Co-Dean, I want to thank you. And on behalf of all your fans, keep it up and keep it coming. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to This Is Rise.